about our revenue model, so we'll address that first. The three segments that we talked about is energy, including gas and oil. We have mining, which also, industrial rather, which includes mining, food, and maritime industry. Those industries obviously will dictate different revenues. Our revenue model is a flat fee of $10,000 per month per unit. And because of legalities of such thing, because of the legalities and some of the issues of not transferring title and always owning it, we've used DLA Piper, which I did want to recognize today. We have Craig Rosil and Leon in the audience, who has helped us through the phases of the agreements. Guys, stand up. Okay. And we are fortunate to have DL Piper. They are the largest law firm in the world. And they have been very helpful in compiling and incorporating our contracts and some of our work, and especially the intellectual property, which I'll get into just a little bit. Getting back to the revenue model, we lease, and we also charge a royalty or a processing fee per gallon. Our units right now, the IWS 630s, they process over 300 million gallons a year. So if you take that and anywhere from a penny to 6.5 cents, again, depending on industry, that is our revenue model, so you can do the math. We tie that up, again, with binding contracts, with annual terms, and those terms will be renewable based on our customers, as Ray said, Fortune 100 customers. And they're very solid, very tight contracts. We'll recognize that revenue on a monthly basis, and with the help of an AR factoring line of credit that we are now looking to implement, that will also accelerate our cash flow. The intellectual property that's within the chambers or within our technology, we have that on our accounting books as intellectual property. It's the intellectual property right now is about $250,000, which includes patents and additional fees for R&D technology, which are classified in the IP. And we are now looking this year to budget for to at least double that, or maybe more than double the IP, which is going to be based on Dr. Rank and Bill Gilmore's their work and their efforts to continue to enhance that technology. Included also is our equipment, and one of the milestones that we will have this year is deploying 7 units in service at the end of this year. And those 7 units will be conducive to the energy, gas, and oil business. We have budgeted for certain service centers to be built, one of which will mirror the one that we have in Searcy right now, Arkansas. The purpose of these service centers right now is to have inventory on hand and to have replacement reaction chambers in the warehouse so we could service our customers. A good example of this was when we were doing some testing in that area. We did have a blown reaction chamber that had to be replaced immediately. We took one of our pickup trucks down to the warehouse, picked up our RC chamber or reaction chamber, brought it back, installed it immediately, and so we had limited downtime. So we continued processing, and that chamber went right back to the warehouse for additional repair to be placed and ready for the next run that we have. We're going to look to do similar service centers in Dallas, and we're going to do one in Colorado Springs. And again, this is going to be on our books as some inventory on hand. And we look to have, with Martin's help, who Ray had alluded to, we will have replacement chambers, modular, that we could just repair and replace on the fly. So the technology and the IP, it has upgraded to be very, very sophisticated. Along with what's happening with the company, with the service centers, with the inventory, I'd like to recognize Peter Letizia, who have been helping and assisting the company in implementing its ERP system. Peter?
Thank you.
Peter is mainly responsible for implementing our ERP system, which is an enterprise resource planning system. We have commenced implementing this system about 2 months ago, Peter, or 6 weeks ago.
Yes.
Right now, it's about a $250,000 capital investment, and what this system does, it integrates our internal, external management controls throughout the entire corporation. What that boils down to is the services of basically everything in the company, such as accounting, customer relationships, Salesforce automation, case management, multi-currency, because we'll be international, advanced inventory controls, light management, order management, purchasing, advanced projects, advanced billing, revenue recognition, payroll, and just a couple of other customizations in place. What this does, it brings together all those controls from inventory to purchasing to manufacturing with our partners at Jabil, to coordinate all that and integrate everything into a full accounting system that will be real time, and that management could go on and manage controls, have real time reporting, and just move on the fly. The accounting functions are very, very thorough, which of course I require. Those functions are general ledger and accounts receivable, naturally accounts payable, setting up different departments, setting up different segments. If you don't know, we have about 6 different corporations at the moment that fall under LSI structure. We have Latitude Resource Group, we have Latitude Energy, we have Latitude Industrial Water, we have Latitude Resource Group, and these groups will be segmented and then consolidated on a financial basis for quarterly reporting and for annual reporting. So that's why this is so important to have everything integrated into one, like Harvey says, smoothly oiled machine. We have also multi-currency we're looking obviously to go into Canada. We've been there for a couple of times already with the problems they have in the oil sands, northern Alberta. We also are going to implement item management, advanced inventory, light manufacturing, and purchasing, and advanced billing, and revenue recognition. And every category has its own comprehensive detail. So we're really looking forward to getting this finished. We are now in the middle of downloading our general ledger functions and all the accounting functions. That's our first phase of the ERP, and that will be done when, Peter, another month?
It'll be about
Another month, and then we'll implement and integrate the other systems that I spoke about. A little bit more about the intellectual property and how important it is. One of the reasons why we go through these leases and we have the best law firm we possibly can is the ultimate protection of our technology. That it will never fall into other hands but ourselves. As Harvey and Ray has indicated, this is a leasing program. What Ray has implemented is once we deploy these units, there'll be 24-hour service by our own people that will be trained, and there are 2 12-hour shifts, 2 people to a shift, and nobody will get near our technology. So therefore, we have spent quite a bit of money, and we continue to budget and allocate money towards the legality and the protection of this IP. We've also implemented for international business, we've implemented a very sophisticated, with the help of DLA Piper, we implemented a sophisticated tax and protection structure. It's a hierarchy that's set up with Dutch co-ops and Dutch companies to layer our corporations for ultimate protection of the IP.